What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Black Myth Wukong, the animated version. There's all these cool little shorts in the game. And I think this one was done by a Naruto, someone who animated for Naruto Boruto. So, it's really good. And some of the close-ups on his face are quite good as well. So we're going to draw this version, and we got like the staff in just beside his shoulder. So we're not like square in the middle because I wanted to like fit in that big long staff that he has. So if our character is normally here, we're just going to move him to the left a little bit, right? So the center point of my page is here, so we're going to come across. I'd say his nose would be here. So this is my center point. Come across a bit and start the eyes just a bit here, like a bit above halfway, and just over his head will probably be in this space, right? So eyebrows, hairy eyebrows, frowning. So we'll go carving this way, right? For these big hairy eyebrows. And they're kind of bumpy here along the bottom, and then we're going to add some spikes to the bottom end, like this side. Right, so very hairy eyebrows. And then we're going to just curve it down and then add the odd spike as I go down, all the way down to there. Right, so it's like a heavy frown. And then he will have like some frown lines coming out from there, coming across his forehead. And sort of down into there. Right, we'll do this over here as well. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball character. Start with the eyebrows. They get kind of spiky then. Here on the top. Okay. And then frown. And some extra sort of wrinkle frown lines and stuff just on the forehead. He's frowning pretty heavily. And we'll go with sort of this sort of bumping line just across the top of his nose here. So his eyes, like his head is tilted forward, so he's looking up from underneath his eyebrows, right? So in order to do this, we'll do the tear duct here in the front. Right, so it's like just a little sort of spike sort of out this way. Maybe I'll make it a bit longer. Right, and this is going to curve around the bottom of the eye and come up to the back here. And we will make this quite heavy and dark, just here along the back. Okay, real intense, sort of animated eyes, right? And then his pupil and iris, right? So we're going to go with like a half circle, intense, looking up from underneath the eyebrows, right? Like he's in attack mode, sort of a thing. And then the pupil there as well, right? You color that black. Okay. And then we'll just do some extra eyelid lines and stuff just around here. Okay. We're going to try and do something similar over this side. So just that short line there. The sort of pointing tear duct area. And then this will curve around again. And spike right up near to the end of the eyebrow, right? It's quite a thick line just here. And then that iris again, that sort of half circle shape. Curving around to there. And then you do a black half circle then inside that. And you want to make them about the same size as the other one. So looking real intense, looking up from underneath his eyes there. And there might be like some eyelid lines and stuff just here, and sort of wrinkles on his nose. Like a bit of a nose line here. Okay, so his nose then, nostrils, right? They just draw, we'll go those long sort of, it's kind of thin, long and thin in the middle, right? So it kind of like comes down like that, right? Then we'll just put like nostril sort of, just darken up this part. Like so. That's all they really do for his nose there. And then they really give him like a chimp-like sort of mouth, right? So they give him like a line up the middle of his lip. So we'll go like up and down here, and then a bump again, up and down. And then they give him this sort of center line that way. And then his bottom lip just here. Pretty small. And then they give him that sort of simian sort of cheek sort of line here, kind of like a cat or something, you know. Like that, right? Yeah. So next step is all like hair, right? So it comes like right into his cheeks, all the way around to his chin. So we'll start actually at the bottom lip here, right? So it kind of like swoops out, and it's just all these spikes, right? And so we'll just go with it now. It's all this kind of stuff. It comes right in, close to his, like underneath his eye and stuff. Try and do the same on this side. And it kind of swoops around his eye and up to his forehead. Gets real close to the eyebrow. Might touch it a bit. Up to there. Okay. So he has a golden headband that comes right across. So say like in the middle, just above his nose, you've got like, you can see some hair just here, like a little V. And then we have this headband that like swoops across here and kind of curves around this way. Like that. And then we go back the other side. And it's got this little hoop. Right, kind of like that. Of course, there is more detail on these things. but we'll just get the hair and everything down this way first, and the ears and stuff like that. So say like coming out from underneath this headband, we're going to start adding like hair spikes, little sort of hair spikes like this, right? And I'll go all the way down to his chin, which is real hairy down here. Okay, so we just do this. Just all the way down. Okay, and we do the same over here. Right, and then you can add sort of textures just following the sort of growth of the hair a little bit if you wanted. Right, you can just keep adding this kind of stuff. Just little textures like that. Right, so then his ears sort of come out from behind the hair here, right? So just like sticking out this way. Down into there, right? And pretty much the same thing on this side. Like so. And then a couple of like ear lines inside. And stuff like that. Okay. So the rest of this headband, so it kind of like goes around the back of his head. So you've got like a hair spike coming out here, and then the other side, like the top, just this way. So it kind of goes around the back of his hair. So you have like a hair spike here, and then it swoops down into there again. So it has like an edge to it, so it's got like an extra little line here, which kind of swoops around into the middle, follows the whole thing. Right. And then we do the hair spikes for his head. So you just keep going around, and it goes like way up to the top, right? Highest point is in the middle. Back down the other side. Some hair maybe sticking out the back here. And then there's like some textures all like coming up the middle. So like kind of like a fringe sort of section here. And then all around this stuff. Okay, you can add more texture than that, of course, if you wanted. You may hear some noise in the background. I have people working outside my house, like digging up roads and stuff. It's pretty loud. I feel like Wukong while they're doing it. Oh, super angry. But it has to be done. Okay, so okay, so we've got like, he's got like a hairy neck, but we can just see one side of the hairy neck. So we'll do this side. So it comes this way first, and then the other side, kind of wider, comes down there. Inside here, we can see his collarbones, and your neck muscles always come out from where your collarbones are. And on this side, we can see a little bit more fur kind of sticking out here for some reason. Not so much here, but just for continuity, I will add some. And then he's not too muscular, right? So he's got, you can see like bones on his chest and stuff. And then this collar goes this way, right? It's like a robe sort of thing. It's not like the elaborate gold armor or anything that you see in the video game. Simple. I kind of like him. I kind of like this sort of clothing on him more. Shoulder going this way. A male character's shoulders are always like the width of his face, right? So if you took the width of his face, it comes over another face width, and that's like the length of that collarbone, right to the sort of edge there, and then it curves over. Right, so you do the same thing here, right there, and then down. Okay, usually male shoulders, are 3 heads. Females are 2.5. FYI. Right, and then you just have some folding lines on his clothing. Staff. And I don't mean employees. So this staff. So we'll go pretty big with it, right? I wanted to get as much. And again, it's a simpler design. It's not like the video game crazy sort of one. So we'll go to there. There. And then, so it's got like a curved section, right, on top. Comes out both sides. And it goes up. So it's like a little gold cap. Like so. So I just noticed something on his eye there. And then there's another little layer to this. So we go up again. Like that. And there's another little sort of texture or edge line. Like that. And if you want, like, you can add little scratches or textures to his clothing. If he's been fighting or battling. Sometimes making characters like this a bit gruffer and like, you know, scratched up and stuff. Like just making them look a bit dirtier can help. And this. I always think that when you're drawing sort of mythical characters, sort of like this, putting like these little dots sort of help in the background. It's like the wind, it's like leaves are blowing or something, do you know? Debris or something like that. There he is, the animated version of Wukong. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.